Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today we will be looking at compound angle formulae. These are the three identities that we're going to be using. By the way, compound angle basically means two angles and just put them together really. So this is what we have for sine. Sine A plus B equals sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, and with minus they're both minus. With cos it changes, and it's cos A cos B. It's different. You could all prove these by the way with I think it's double angle formula, stuff like that. Anyway, so with this it's just plus. If it's plus here, it's minus here. With cos, with tan it's like sine. If it's plus, it's plus. If it's minus, it's minus. Tan's a bit different, obviously you can tell with the thing. But yeah, these three you don't really have to learn them. For WGAC, they're in the formula booklet, so you don't need them. If you're using if you're a different exam board though, check to see if you need to learn them, because they're quite hard to learn. They're very you have to use a lot of memory because they're so strange, so many changes. Anyway, let's get into a simple question. So it's just a simple question. We're just going to be using this and finding what the answer is really using compound. So basically, when we use compound, you want obviously to convert whatever it says into one of these, either sine A plus B, cos A plus B, or minus B, or tan. And then the way we do that is break up. Well, in this question we break up the 75, but in another question I'll show you what happens. So to break up the 75, we turn it into 45 and 30, which is very easy if you know your trig values. You can easily do that. So then we put it into this, and then that is equal to this. So we put that into this. So cos 45, so it's like sine cos A cos B, sine A sine B here, but this is A and this is B. And then trig values, we know them, or you can just put in your calculator. You can put all this in your calculator. But if you know your trig values, you can just do that. You should know your trig values, like for 30, 45, and 6. You don't have to know them because you have your calculator, but I think some people do know them because of like GCSE stuff, I think. And then you get this. So this is like a really simple question that you're not gonna get at all. But I'm just showing you like how you would, and how a simple question on a compound really. But this question is a lot more harder. But I'm gonna show you the best I can on how to complete it. So let's read the question first of all. Sine A is equal to 18 over 17, while sine B is equal to 12 over 13. Where A is obtuse and B is acute, find tan A plus B. So obtuse, what that means is greater than 90 but less than 180, and what B is, what acute is, it means less than 90. And we'll be using these in the question somewhere. So it says find tan A plus B. So we're using our tan identity, which is here. Tan A plus B. This one right here. And then all this is like, well, I'm going to go through this now. It's quite complicated if you just read it by yourself. I'll show you what's happening. So we want to convert these sines into causes, so we can find tans in the future, because we're using tan, right? And the way we get tan is sine over cos. So we want to convert sine A into cos A. So you have sine A and cos A. So you can do sine A over cos A, which is equal to tan A, and then we can get this. That's that angle. That's the plan. So we're gonna do that with sine A and sine B. So we do this with using this identity. It's just a simple identity. You should already all know it. We used it in AS level, and not GCSE, but it should be, if you did well, if you revised well, you would know this, and it comes up a lot in A2. basically we use this convert to cos A. So let's do that. Cos squared A equals 1 minus sine A squared. And then what we do then is we just put this in a calculator, then square root it, and you get this. Make sure it's plus or minus, because you don't know what it is. You don't know because A is obtuse, which means it can be plus or minus. Wait, I can't really explain this, but basically we'll use it. It'll either be plus or minus later on, so we just put it in. Then we have cos B. We do the same with cos B, and it's plus or minus 5 over 13. Right now, what we do is we use this nice little graph that you can't really see that well, but it is a cos graph, and this is 0 right here, and this is the x-axis. So how we explain, let me find my words. So to choose whether cos B is plus or minus, right? B is acute, meaning that it's below 90. So here's 90 degrees. It's below that. Okay. So that means as this graph in this 90 section is above the x-axis, it's positive. That means that cos B is positive, so it's just 5 over 13. It's not minus 5 over 13. It's just 5 over 13. And if we go to cos A, which is plus or minus 15 over 7, and it is obtuse, so it's greater than 90 but less than 180. Right here you can see it's below the x-axis, so that means it is negative. And then, so cos A is negative, so it's negative 15 over 17. Now we need to find tan. We have our sines and coses. So tan A is equal to sine A, right here, this is sine A, divided by cos A, which is right here, which is equal to this, minus 8 over 15. And we do the exact same with B. 12 over 13, which is sine B, divided by cos B, is equal to tan B, which is 12 over 5. And now we have everything we need to find tan A plus B. It should just be plus. This shouldn't be a minus. It's a mistake I just found. But yeah, because it's plus, this is a plus here, so we put a plus in here. So we have tan A, tan B, and you just put our numbers in really, multiply them, and then we get 140 divided by 171. Now this question is very exam style. It's very hard as well, to be honest. But it's probably one of the hardest questions I found, but I can't remember where I found it. It could be exam 1, I'm not sure. But this has been on my wall for revision for like a couple of months. So yeah, it's an interesting it's an interesting question, and it uses obtuse and acute. This stuff you need to learn. If it's less than 90, it's acute. If it's greater than 90 but less than 100, it's obtuse. And I'll use your graph to find if it's above the x-axis, and if it is, it's positive. It's below, it's negative, right? I hope that makes sense. Sorry if I'm going too fast or too slow, but yeah. Honestly, if you need any help, just comment. I'll respond pretty instantly because I have literally nothing to do. I have a sad life and I just like maths. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening, and well, I hope you do well in your exams or whatever. So yeah, goodbye.